Geektopia. This is a brand new episode. It's a show where I can talk on the internet about anything geek related, but we like to segregate everything so it's easier to access. This is GeekSquad within Geektopia, where me and some friends get together and we discuss something we've all agreed to watch the previous week. And of course, we want some input on this. We want to know what you think we should be watching, TV shows, movies, preferably movies, because we don't have too much time, free time to watch stuff. But let me straight away introduce who I have. We got Hadis Tagadis, we've got Chief Jantan, we've got Carvin J, Grumpy Carvin J, we've got Prateep Naidu, and we also have Puppy Zach, who's muted his mic probably because he's eating right now, and looking like Batman does when he takes off his mask with the eye makeup and the pink hair. But I wanted to save the introduction for Levy last. Wingardium Leviosa, because you recommended the show, the movie that we all watched. Full disclosure, if you've never seen Geek Squad, Levy usually knocks everything we watch.
Previously.
I didn't like it. I didn't like the movie. It was really draggy. It was really hard for me. I had to pause like don't know how many times. Not like a super great movie lah.
LeVar Burton, why Sinister? Just for context for the episode.
Okay, so Sinister, if you notice that they put there horror/thriller, but to me it was more like mystery/thriller because there wasn't much paranormal stuff. Okay, and then every time you watch a horror movie, there's like something to do with supernatural. There's hardly every mystery. So I think like this movie is something different. Yes, there's a flaw in this movie, I would say, because like they didn't talk much about the boogeyman, otherwise known as Bookhole, Bagul, whatever.
Bookhole.
Yeah, they didn't talk much about him. So yeah, that's a flaw. And then their main focus was about Alison Ethan Hawke. So I wish also like when I rewatched it, I'm like, I wish they put more on the daughter Ashley, because you don't know when did the boogeyman like possess her mind, you know. To me, I felt like it happened when she gave that coffee to the dad at the door, because like I knew like something's gonna happen already soon, because she already met that little girl that she painted, the Stephanie girl. So yeah. I mean, this movie, I wouldn't say it's horror, it's more like a thriller mystery. That's why I liked it. And also like I have this thing where I like movies that the kids get possessed rather than the adults.
What's wrong with you?
Like I find it like when a kid gets possessed, like when the main character is a kid, like that does all this like evil, eerie shit, it's like, oh, I love it. I freaking love it. Okay. It's like
I'm looking at Calvin. I'm just looking at Calvin.
Yeah.
It's like Annabelle, it's like Orphan, it's like Conjuring, it's like Veronica, Insidious, and all this thing that has to do with kids. Like I love it. I prefer kids get possessed rather than adults. Because like I mean it's like I don't know, I just have a thing for kids getting possessed. Why are you laughing at me?
Do you want to have kids in the future, Levy?
Yes, I actually
Please don't.
Yeah.
Stop it. Get some help.
You're gonna
She's probably gonna sacrifice. Like
no, I'm not gonna do that.
What's that him?
As you were saying all that, I went full Puppy Zach. His reaction to stuff is just went like full on Puppy Zach.
And Calvin is like,
yeah, Calvin is like face slapping himself.
What are you saying?
Calvin is a daddy already. He has a young daughter, so he's probably thinking he's going full on.
Like,
but I do understand because my kids possessed, right? So you all know.
What?
No,
I mean,
she's super hyper,
like,
so yeah.
It's true. Whenever I watch a horror movie, I wish it's the kid that's the main character that gets possessed and do all this eerie shit rather than the adults. I don't know. I feel like the kids is much better than the adults.
Okay, and someone I know who probably doesn't enjoy horror films would be your celestial twin. You guys are like yin and yang because you like horror and Hadis doesn't like horror usually. So what did you think of your BFF? Because I follow you on Instagram. BFF's recommendation. Hadis.
Why are you so jealous?
I have Kevin. I've lived with Chief Jantan. I play COD with Puppy Zach, and I got Kevin to play. So I got my own BFFs.
Okay, cool.
So what about yourself? What did you think of Levy's recommendation?
Okay.
I wanted to punch her in the face, but not a recommendation because I don't like horror movie at all, like at all. And she didn't come to watch it with me because of the AMCO. So I had to watch it by myself. Thank God my housemate was there too. But she did receive a picture of me watching it with pillow on my face. But overall, I didn't find it scary. Like last December, we watched a movie together. Was the Autopsy of Jane Doe.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, that was scary shit. But this one was, as she said, is a lot of mystery and thriller. So I wasn't scared. Like, usually I would get that damn scared, and I have to watch a Disney film following to erase whatever I watched. But I didn't find it scary, and I actually find it like, why was the house so dark even during the day?
Yes.
Like
okay.
I couldn't differentiate night and day. Like the house was so dark and it doesn't make sense. It's like,
I said off air just now before we started recording that I got quite a nice TV. The reason I said that was I had to adjust all the bloody settings just to watch this movie because it was so dark. And the TV kept compensating, so it would like suddenly get a little bit brighter and then go back to how the movie is. I was like, oh my god, this is the most annoying thing ever. And as that happened, and bearing in mind this is Levy's recommendation, I was like, is this the best you got, Levy? Really? You're like a fighter and someone's hitting, and you're like, is that the best you got? I feel like Denzel Washington in Training Day. King Kong ain't got shit on me, and it was so annoying. It was really, really annoying. I've turned the lights down to try and watch it, so at least it'll be dark around me as well. But it's so hard to see certain scenes, and I know that Chief Jantan as a director, that probably infuriated him as well. Maybe
a little bit.
I knew it.
Talking about possessed, I think my cat now is possessed, like running around in circles.
Because your cat had to watch it as well, and it knows that Levy's in the conversation, and now it's annoyed at Levy. Chief Jantan, what did you think of the movie overall? Are you a horror person?
No, I'm not a horror person. I actually watched this movie before and I forgot all about it.
Yes.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
When I was watching, I was like, wait, I've seen this before. But the fact that I forgot that I haven't ever watched it says a lot. So yeah, in short, yeah.
Okay. Prateep, I don't know enough about you to say that I know you like horror films and all of that. So what was your take on this?
First of all, I hate horror.
Okay.
So like I would never go like on my own to go watch horror movies. After a long time, this like a horror movie I watched. And then after everyone spoke, I'm like, did we watch the same movie? Because I found it scary.
Really?
And, yeah, like how the house was so dark in the movie. My house is the opposite when I was watching it. Everything was odd. Like the settings for I didn't adjust. I made the screen brighter on my laptop when watching it. I didn't like the movie.
Okay. As a movie overall, because you don't like horror?
Yeah, but then there are like factors or parts which I liked, which was kind of opposite of what Levy said about the boogeyman, Bucky or something.
Bucky.
I mean,
Bagul.
Buckhole, as she called him, whatever just now.
The fact that I didn't know more about him made him more scarier. And also like, it's just, I don't know, in my opinion. And also the fact that they didn't really classify him as an alien, demon or ghost. I like that part. Because if they would have classified him as a ghost or whatever, our minds would associate him with like something we've experienced or watched before. So in my case, if they say if it's a ghost, I would have thought of him like Casper, the friendly ghost, like that.
Casper, the friendly ghost.
That was like one of the last.
What kind of friends do you have, Prateep? Who are your BFFs?
Yeah.
Jason, Freddy Krueger?
Jason and Freddy Krueger. Those are iconic horror characters, by the way. The other thing is, based on what you're saying as well, Prateep, I just felt at times, and I don't know if you agree with me, but it was full of cliches. Even right at the end, where you see the box and home movies written on it and stuff, and then there's one last jump scene where you see the face come out and then go back.
Yeah, I got scared. You got scared. No, I knew it was a cliche. I was like, oh, whoa.
I knew that was going to happen. It's so many things in there, like the box moving, and I was like, okay, there'll be an animal or something underneath. His box moves and it's a snake. I was like, okay, I saw that coming a mile away. One of many things throughout the course of the movie. What about yourself, Papi Zach, with the pink hair? It's a good look for you. Did you like it? I know you told me already that you've watched it before, so give me your impressions of Sinister.
Okay, so first things first, I just realized I look like Hit Girl.
Yes, I was about to say that. Yeah.
Second, yeah. This I think Prateep was like, I agree with Prateep when he says the boogeyman, you know less of the boogeyman, so then it's left to your imagination what other atrocities that this boogeyman can do. When I first watched it, I watched it in the cinema with my this girl I was dating, and that final scene, Prateep, yeah, that got me some.
Got you some, eh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, ripped onto you tight, your big ass arm, like, oh, Papi, take care of me.
It's like, yeah, come here, Papi, take care of you.
You know
Boogeyman
what
can't take care of.
I am the boogeyman. All right.
So and then I recently watched it again. I agree. It's not a horror movie per se. I liked it, but I didn't enjoy it as much as I enjoyed like Conjuring or like the classics. Yeah.
Kevin J. Hello, sir. What did you think of the movie? Are you into horror movies?
Yes, I would like to think that it's not that I exclusively go for horror movies, but I do appreciate a good horror movie, right? A good scare once in a while. But okay, look, I went into this movie without expectations, but also the fact that I thought, okay lah, I want to like this movie. I really do. And the first half of the movie, I'm like, give me something. And then the second half of the movie, they gave me something not enough. Like, you see, like what Prateep and Zach said, you have either you lean into the ghoul or you lean out of the ghoul. Like, you don't give us enough so that our imagination runs wild, or you give us enough so that we can make something out of it. However, this movie didn't give either. It was right in the middle. It told you Bagul was this deity that people used to worship, and the fact that eats children. So you set this up, right? And then we knew what's gonna happen. The children are gonna get possessed. This thing, and they led us through the path that the boy was gonna get possessed because he was getting night terrors. He was outside. He was doing things. And they completely didn't do anything with the girl. Suddenly, at the end, the girl go kill everybody. Like, it just, I understand leading us one path and then going to the other, but this was way too cliche.
Yeah, can't trust girls.
And also the fact that, okay, there was some 1 or 2 jump scares. The part where he comes out suddenly, blah, 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 and all that. But I just feel like it's not scary enough. Like, it didn't compel me to kind of like, okay, I'm going to sleep with the light on now. I watched this with my 8-year-old daughter and my wife, who are huge fans of horror, by the way. Even they got bored. Like, they started talking, and I'm like, okay, watch the movie, right? It just didn't make sense. I mean, it was too linear, it was too easy, and it was too convenient. Everything was way too convenient. Everything, like, the fact that they didn't even tell us why the writer went to this particular murder house. Like, like, why would he do that? Like, it was way too convenient that he went to this murder house.
It was cheap.
And also the fact that, and the relationship, oh my God, like, come on lah, you don't tell your wife you're moving into a murder house. The plot points were just it was not believable at all. Like, you come in, and then the wife the whole time, like, I hated the wife. Like, Diffler just trying to make you money, Diffler just trying to do his job, and the wife is like, no, just let it all go. We will be fine. You eat what? Sand, is it? You don't work, okay? The children going to school, who gonna pay? Okay? Ethan Hawke is trying to make a life for y'all, write a book and make y'all famous. And she's like, no, we don't need all that. Hey, shut up. Y'all need money, okay?
Hey, come in. Why can't they just live on love, man? Huh?
You try living on love. Your bloody Grab food bill also cannot pay. And then you want to live on love with him. You love
as long
the
as
Grab
I
food
have
for
a
the
love of good woman, I'm happy, bro. I'm full. I'm full already.
No, you're not. Okay,
No.
Zach. We know you eat a woman, so you're not full. Okay,
Yeah.
please.
It's you know, Finally, we come to Aaron, buddy. What did you think of the movie? Are you a horror buff? Do you go out of your way to watch horror movies?
I'm not particularly impressed by Sinister, but Insidious, the second one that Levy suggested, I think is way better and it's more scary. I agree with Kavin. The story is just meh, really meh to me, and it's meh. And the funny part is when the last part, Ethan found what do you call the thing when you project out?
Projector.
The projector. Suddenly it appeared in a new house. And you don't know the goal. Is it a demon or is it like a spirit? So there's no specific classification. Even when you're talking to the professor, it's passed down by like centuries, like stories. It's like, so maybe it's myth. It's a myth. So you don't have a brief history of it. So a lot of things are missing for me for that movie, but it's not scary for me.
Let's get some ratings done. I want to go with Levy first, since this is your recommendation.
It's not a 10. It's not a 10, of course. It's a 7, I would say. 7.
You recommended to us a 7?
7.5.
You recommended to us a 7.5?
Yeah.
Really?
Because she knew you guys were gonna trash it, so that's why she was like, "Yeah, you can trash this movie. I don't care."
Okay. Anyway, Hadis, rating tag. 4?
Yeah.
Wow. I think that's the lowest you've given. Chief Jantan, you're smiling like, yeah, I'm going to echo those thoughts. What's your rating?
No, not 4. I'll give it a 6.
A 6. All right. Mediocre. Prateep, what do you think?
A 5.
A 5?
Yeah.
Wow. All right. Papi Zach?
I'm going to go with a solid 6.
6. What did you give Shawshank? Was it 6 or 7?
Yeah, I gave that a 2. No, I'm
Oh, Kavin is going to
I'm kidding. Gosh. Wow, look at this. This is very bad, guys. I thought we were free to express. I thought we were just free to express our opinions here, not be judged.
Of course. No, but it stirs conversation. It stirs conversation. Kavin J, what's your rating for Sinister?
4. A 4. I cannot give it higher than a 4.
Okay.
For the simple reason they didn't give us enough rope to hang ourselves.
Yeah. Aaron, what about
I'll
yourself?
give it a 5.
A 5. Okay. The first half of the movie, I would say I would give it a good 7.5. You know, when he finds all these Super 8 reels and stuff, but then it just sort of went into cliches and that dropped it down to a 4. So I'm going to average it out, let's say at 5 as well for me. That's okay, but I'm not going to be one to say, oh, you have to watch it. You have to watch it. Anyway.
Don't watch it.
Okay, so sadly, we all watched Sinister. Thank you, Levy. Blah, 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 blah. I'm kidding, Levy. Don't get mad at me. All right. We watched it. It was an okay movie. Like I said, I enjoyed the first part and it was eerie in certain aspects. But any recommendations that you have for horror, do let us know. It's pretty simple. Leave a comment. And then just like Prateep, we want you in the conversation as well. Like, share, and subscribe. This is Geek Squad on Geektopia, signing out.